Pokémon Emerald Rogue is the roguelike Pokémon mod that took the world by storm last summer, and the game's creator, the incredible PokeAbby, has done the same this summer by releasing version 2.0. Described as a soft sequel to the original, Emerald Rogue 2.0 improves on the first version by adding a ton of new features, like new encounter types, Pokemon appearing in the overworld, new quests, an updated hub that now acts like a light version of Animal Crossing with a ton of building and upgrade options, Pokemon and trainers through Generation 9, and even more features that you'll just have to see for yourself. So, of course, I needed to return to Emerald Rogue and attempt to beat this amazing game once again. For this challenge, I'll be playing on the game's hard mode and making it even harder by turning on diverse boss teams, which will give each boss more types to work with. Turning this option on, by the way, may have been a huge mistake, because good lord did this bump the difficulty up by quite a bit. Just seconds into booting up the game, we already find one of the game's new features, character and hub customization. I end up choosing my guy Lucas from Sinnoh, and I want to give my hub a name that means something to me. But what video game means more to me than any other? Saint Mystere it is. Now it's time to pick a starter. Shroomish. Getting underway with our journey, we stop by a calm, spooky route to catch some teammates for Mockmush in what turns out to be Eterna Forest. Oh yeah, Sinnoh routes are in the game now. My life is complete. I pick up a Galarian Corsola, Spiritomb, Skorupi, and Trashcloak Burmy, and make my way to a battle prep rest stop. One of the new aspects of Emerald Rogue in version 2.0 that makes each run a bit harder is that full rest stops are much rarer now. Instead, you are more likely to encounter individual daycare, battle prep, and mart rest stops, which all have a unique set of services. Something else that makes the game harder now? Rivals are a new addition to this version, and there's always a chance that they'll be waiting at the end of an encounter ready for a battle. And would you look at that, we already run into Barry here at the rest stop. This fight is relatively easy purely based on numbers alone, but just you wait until later. Just you wait. On the next route, I round out my team by catching a Cloth. Single stage evolutions are important during the early portions of runs in Emerald Rogue because those Pokemon will typically be better than the slew of first stage Evos you'll be going up against. So between Cloth and Spiritomb, we're pretty well covered. Now it's time for the first gym leader, who turns out to be Maylene. I lead with Skorupi as she goes with Clobbopus. Aaron sets up a layer of Toxic Spikes and wins the 1v1, which leads Maylene to respond with Beldum. This is the first example of a gym leader using a more diverse team with the Steel Psychic type, but Spiritomb has absolutely no issues soloing the Iron Ball, as well as the Pancham that comes in after. Big Curse says goodnight to Meditite, and that's a quick first gym badge. Listen, I would love to keep this team together forever, but the world of Emerald Rogue is so competitive that we always need to be looking for upgrades whenever it makes sense. And one such opportunity presents itself in the form of a habitat of a trained Pokemon. These are set up similarly to hidden grottos, presenting you with a single Pokemon to catch. The benefit of these encounters is that the Pokemon you will find will be more competitively viable, primarily in terms of their movesets, than the Pokemon you'll find on the typical routes. So when I encounter a Frigibax that will evolve into a pseudo-legendary, I have to catch it, even if it will take a while for him to be super viable in battle. So I bring Big Bax onto the team to replace Big Curse, since they'll evolve into their final forms just one split apart, and let's be honest, a pseudo-legendary dragon will likely be better than a Ghost Coral. Speaking of evolutions, Shroomish and Burmy both evolve just in time for our second gym battle against Crasher Wake. His main type coverage is fighting types, as he leads with a Mankey, which makes sense since he's a wrestler. The fight goes relatively smoothly with two hiccups. First, I lose Skorupi after she takes out Mankey in an intentional sack. Second, I try setting up Quiver Dances with Wormadam on Wake's Galarian Sneasel, but after a single Quiver Dance, a second is blocked by Sneasel using Taunt. The AI using Taunt following my use of a status category move is something I'll go on to encounter a number of times throughout my Emerald Rogue journey, so it's something to keep in mind. Following the battle, I replace the fallen Skorupi with Blue Jeans the Mudbray on the next route, win some money from a new type of encounter called the Battle Simulator, where you wager some of your resources in a 3v3 battle with two randomly generated teams, and then I participate in a straightforward fight against Rourke, in which Mudsdale and Breloom carry with some assists from Wormadam and Spiritomb. We're rockin', we're rolling. And we're gonna go save the world real quick by taking on Team Galactic. Yes, evil teams have been added as a new type of encounter, and these encounters provide great opportunities to acquire a ton of items and money. The risk, however, is that they have a number of tough trainers. I just try to set up on this one. That's the second time, and I don't care for that. Oh, what a clutch decision. What a clutch decision, holy crap. It's so wild I didn't even need to learn this lesson about Frostlass using Destiny Bond the hard way. Isn't it so great that I'll remember this the next time I see a Frostlass? Like, I'm totally gonna save some Pokemon's life the next time I see a Frostlass because I know Destiny Bond is incoming as soon as Frostlass's HP gets low. Like, isn't that just so great? Now, right about now you might be asking, hey Drew, don't you normally like using a ton of live footage for Emerald Rogue? Why yes, dear viewer, you are absolutely right. Live footage is great for adding weight and or impact to some of the most significant and or exciting fights of a run, especially a run that goes all the way. Oh no. It's one Mudsdale in a dream. Oh my god, you're joking. Alright, well, we'll kill Braylon, I guess. Crustle. I mean, this is totally gonna do us in, right? Let's see. I don't think there's any way we win this, because we're going to be slower than whatever comes in. Okay. I think it's Heliolisk in the back. If Heliolisk has any special moves, I'm just done. Or special moves that can hit me. Basically any non-electric move. We might have a chance. Oh my god. What, you actually thought I was going to lose to Barry? Oh man, you fell for that one hook, line, and sinker. Blue Jeans didn't hear no bell. Sure, she's all I have remaining for the next gym battle, but she'll get a partner to take on whoever's up next. But who will that partner be? Pokemon, yeah. We're so back. I mean, we don't have Machmush, sure, but Take 2 is here to take names. All we need to do now is get one of the beneficial type matchups remaining among the Sinnoh leaders, which luckily for us is basically anybody but Candace or Gardenia. Alright, so maybe I did lose after all. Attempt 2. It's a revenge tour. We've got some business to take care of. Barry, you're up first. Oh, that was easy. The big question is who our first gym leader matchup is going to be. And how's that for exercising some demons? The second split sees us find another habitat of a trained Pokemon, and my friends, Cloth has returned. My team isn't really built to handle Crasher Wake's team of water types considering my strong representation of rock and ground types, but luckily for us, Wake continues to sport some fighting types, against whom Granbull and Golett put in some work, and once again, Crasher Wake hands over our second gym badge. Alright, so we've responded in a big way to get this run off the ground after the disaster that was the end of attempt 1. We're deathless through the first 2 splits, which is actually even better than my first run. So why not keep the party rolling by exacting some revenge on Team Galactic? That is the encounter where I had my infamous fight against Barry after all. Oh no! Don't kill, don't kill, don't kill! No! I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Granbull. Oh. Somehow, I make it through the rest of Lake Valor unscathed, and also, luckily, no Barry waiting for me at the end, which allows me to go on to replace my Fairy type with a Dragon in Druddigon from the next trained Pokemon encounter, and then stop at a daycare rest stop, where I can heal my team and buy berries, as well as leave a Pokemon with the daycare couple if I so choose. This time, Mr. Random Man is also here, and he presents his classic offer of trading one Pokemon from my team for a random one, or I can trade my whole team for an entirely brand new one. I'm certainly not going to take him up on that second trade, but with the Citadel that feels like it's getting power crept, I take him up on his first offer, and end up with a Corvisquire. Corviknight is an incredible steel flying type, but in the meantime, Corvisquire will have to do. Hey, fun fact, did you know that Corvisquire is one of only 3 mono-flying Pokemon, and that it is not, in fact, a normal flying type? So, Fantina. Her lead Morgrem throws an immediate wrench into things by being a type coverage choice right off the bat, but I try to take advantage of this situation by setting up Stealth Rocks and Swords Dance, but puts me in good and withdraws. That makes sense. Luckily, Quire is just the bird for the job, Dropecking the Sea Creeper back to the bottom of the ocean. Fantina responds with a Skuntank, and I counter with Hip Hop, who switches in on a Sucker Punch and sets up Sand with his Sand Stream ability. She Toxics me as I go for Yawn, and then switches her Litwick in to die during the underground turn of Dig. Why she did that, I'll never know. And here comes Frostlass. I have to go Stone Edge because it could kill. Well, Cloth, we've been done it again. by destiny bonding Frostlass. Oh. I'm sorry, Quaff. Whoops. It's okay though, I get things back on track against Sableye, who I can set up a Leech Seed against and paralyze with Stun Spore. Absolutely love a switch to Corvisquire. Obsessed with the switch to Corvisquire. You're pure flying? Anyways, Druddigon saves the day by sweeping through the rest of the fight, but I made 3 disastrous misplays during that split. I'm gonna need to tighten things up. On the bright side, I'm in range of setting a PB for version 2.0 of Emerald Rogue, and a mysterious sign encounter tells me that the next gym leader is Volkner, which is seemingly going to be a phenomenal matchup for me with 2 immunities and 2 resistances on my team of 4. All I need to do now is supplement my team, which I do with Lycanroc and Larvesta, the latter of whom won't be helpful until she evolves into Volcarona, but I should be able to rely on her teammates to carry us to that point. Against the Sunny Shore City gym leader, things start off by going exactly to plan. But this is Emerald Rogue. Things never go how you expect. This thing's amazing, but I feel like I need a free switch into like probably Druddigon. That's the tough thing with these like big time mons that take forever to evolve. This is where it gets tough. It's not terrible early game, but I would say like this kind of like mid game area, it's brutal. Don't you dare switch. Okay. Oh, nice. Kill. Okay. That was a worthwhile sack. From here, the rest of the fight does go pretty smoothly, largely thanks to Volkner using 3 electric types and a Grafaiai, who are all weak to ground. And my friends, that's a PB. I carry this momentum into the 5th split and find a bug type to replace Larvesta in Golisopod. This is a fun pickup. Golisopod has a signature ability, Emergency Exit, which makes it so that Shrimp will switch out whenever his HP falls below 50%. Some people find this ability kind of annoying since it's hard to control, but I really like it, and I feel like I'll be able to use it to my advantage. I go from Hoenn Route 119 right into a Battle Prep rest stop, where I'm able to talk to a move tutor to improve all of my Mon's movesets, as well as a held item vendor from whom I buy a few soft sands for my bevy of Pokemon with ground-type moves. This turns out to be a great decision with Byron waiting in the wings. Breloom vs Klefki is the opening matchup here, and his Fairy Steel Keychain sets up a light screen and fires off a powerful foul play into Golurk as Lurkin Okos with Stomping Tantrum, drawing out Mamoswine, who presents the perfect opportunity for Golisopod to make his debut. I send Shrimp in on a resisted Ice Shard, hit a first impression for good damage, and eat an Earthquake which procs Emergency Exit, allowing for a free switch into Mach Mush for the Mach Punch kill. Hip Hop has no problems with Byron's next 2 Pokemon, but I can't say I'm too thrilled to see Gastrodon step onto the field, especially since I didn't teach Breloom Seed Bomb for this fight. On top of that, I've already forgotten about Byron setting up a Trick Room, meaning I could be in massive trouble here. Never punished though. As I go for Brick Break, Byron pivots out into his Whiscash, who too is put to sleep by Spore. Man, Mach Mush is so good with Spore. I mean, it's basically a free kill against any Pokemon she outspeeds. We're gonna need to 2-shot essentially. That's not right. Golisopod cleans up, but I am not okay. I call it a day here following this devastating loss and take the evening to implement one of my favorite and most effective Pokemon strategies, clearing my head with a film. This evening, Chungking Express. Holy crap, what a picture. To say I woke up the next day energized and ready to avenge my fallen friend would be an understatement. I catch a Basculin from a trained Pokemon encounter, head to Sinnoh's iconic routes 216 and 217, lose my Lycanroc to this random Galactic Grunt who has a Dialga. Welcome to the team, Sneasel. You want to hear some good news? I fight Barry at the end of this route and don't have any issues with him this time. And then I get to finally reach my first full rest stop of the run. Full rest stops are a combination of the Battle Prep, Daycare, and Mart rest stops, and they are significantly rarer in this new version of Emerald Rogue, which is one of the reasons why this new version is harder than version 1.0. With all of this in mind, it is especially important that we squeeze every ounce of value out of the full rest stops. At this one, I evolve Claws into a Weavile, give my entire party Ideal Natures, and buy a handful of super useful health items, most notably an Assault Vest for Golisopod. So Gardenia, what do you got for me? Admittedly, my Basculin lead choice is more of a prediction for Roarker Maylene, but because of Flip Turn she can chip and switch into Druddigon, who resists the incoming Giga Drain. A Sludge Bomb from Tangrowth crits and poisons, but Glare paralyzes her in return. From here, Golisopod comes in to do some good damage, but Emergency Exit forces Shrimp out of the battle. The situation does set up Weavile though to Ice Punch Tangrowth into the ground. A bit of an awkward start, but one that only gets more awkward with Breloom coming in. Golurk is a great option because of the fighting type resistance, but Breloom does a ton of damage with Bullet Seed, so I ultimately make the tough decision to sack Druddigon and bring out Claws to pick up another kill. And then Gardenia sends out Tinkaton. Ooh, it's kind of rough. Just praying for the steal move. Okay, that worked out actually. And now we flip turn. Oh, that did a ton. We have Hippowdon, who's our physical wall and has super effective Earth. Ice Hammer? What are you doing going for Ice Hammer against Basculin? What the? I think before the end of this, it's just going to be like we keep sacking things until Weavile can come back in and get kills. Gardenia's incoming Abomasnow presents a problem for my team, so I have no choice but to sack someone, with Hip Hop being the unfortunate victim. Thank you for all your hard work, my friend. Golisopod and Weavile clean up, and now Claws take us home. I may just go Ice Punch and see where that gets us, and take it from there. Maybe this will kill. You never know. Oh, went Air Slash. Okay, wait. We definitely have a chance. Please kill, though. Please kill. Alright, we are living this, right? Barely. I'm, like, just begging for whoever this is to be a frail, physically weak grass type. I mean, here's the thing, right? If we chip with Weavile Ice Punch, first impression will kill. Man, that's so tough. Oh my god, Weavile, you absolute legend. Oh my god. I've seen enough. Put Claws in the Basketball Hall of Fame immediately. He balled so hard there. Good lord. We've got to get him some help though, since it's not like I can expect much from him with fights against Rourke and Maylene still on the board. Our first reinforcement comes via a new type of encounter on version 2.0, Catching Contest. Here, we are tasked with catching the Pokemon in the area that has the highest of a particular base stat among the wild Pokemon available. In my case, that stat is HP. But screw that, I see wild Scizors and I have to have one. Our second reinforcement comes in the form of an old friend via a PC encounter, which grants us the choice of one of 3 fallen party members to rejoin our team. We're so back. This is an absolute squad. Is everyone a physical attacker? Yes. Is that concerning? I'd say so, but this team also has insane aura. You know who doesn't have aura? Rourke. I mean, no disrespect, but the Aerodactyl lead has been done before, my guy. This fight goes pretty well, at least until Gastrodon hits a first turn wake up against Scizor. Yeah, that was the right call. Because if we live this now, we just kill. Whoa! I'm so sorry, Slash. Luckily, the RNG gets back on my side as Tyranitar misses Rock Slide when I send out Basculin as a sack, and then Striper hits the crit liquidation to Oko. Not only that, but she KOs both of Rourke's remaining Pokemon. That's a next Pokemon up mentality if I've ever seen one. As a reward for our fishy friend, I upgrade Striper to Big Striper the Basculegion in our next split, and supplement my team with a new friend in Tough the Tinkaton, who will hopefully help us against Maylene, the final gym leader. All we're looking for here is a clean battle that sets us up nicely for the Elite Four. But Maylene flips the fight on its head immediately by leading with a Tinkaton of her own. I don't know if it's a coincidence or not, but I feel like a lot of these gym leaders have been leading with their type coverage options instead of their main type, which always presents a bit of a surprise right off the bat. Tinkaton is holding an air balloon, so unfortunately that limits my options against her. I start with Basculegion to hit her with a Wave Crash, but unfortunately that's not even close to enough damage to put her in Aqua Jet range, so I instead swap to Shrimp to finish off the Hammer Pokemon. Surely the rest of her team won't be as tough to deal with, right? That typing is just ridiculously overpowered. Okay. I think we go Sucker Punch and then Emergency Exit out, or we save Golisopod, one of the two. I might sack Basculegion. I might just do that to get the free switch to Golurk. In fact, Basculegion is Ghost type, which is actually so useful. This sucks. Draco Meteor. Very concerned about a switch out, but you just knew it was coming. Beware's an interesting switch. This has to be like some sort of dark type move. I like Breloom here because outspeed Spore, and then also because I could have gone to Tinkaton, but Tinkaton feels better later. Or I guess technically it kind of worked in last fight. Okay, nice crit. Dialga again. Alright. We could try going Tinkaton. The problem with Tinkaton can't deal a ton of damage. I'm gonna Flash Cannon this time. Okay. That was a crit? That did nothing. Am I gonna sack Tinkaton? I think I am. Oh, come on. I mean, we're just gonna have to eat whatever this is and respond. Yeah. I mean, the way we played Dialga the first time was perfect. Oh, are you serious? I think this might be bye-bye Golurk. If we just hit that freaking play rough, we had it. I don't think I can really afford to switch there. Even at -2. It's a massacre. Okay. Is it 3-3 now? Oh, hey. It's probably gonna be like Flying Gym Acrobatics, right? Just regular acrobatics, probably no held item. Okay, please kill. That would be like so nice. Okay, that's good. 2 left. Sneasler. Just gotta see how much this does. Okay, that's pretty decent. Okay, wait. This lowers defense. Mach Punch isn't gonna kill, but it would chip it down enough in theory for first impressions. It's the same thing either way. The one thing I'll say about Golisopod is Golisopod probably has a better chance of living, but it has a worse chance of dealing damage. So we get some damage in before we get emergency exited. That was close. Has acrobatics. Alright, never mind. Okay, Breloom, it's all up to you, buddy. First impression's much more powerful, but it's a quad resist. Okay, it all comes down to who this Pokemon is. Pangoro. Okay, we have a very good chance, actually. We're just gonna Brick Break twice. This just gives me a little bit of a higher chance of not having to worry about getting killed. Well, we survive. We survive, but at what cost? Actually, the entire team besides Breloom. That's the cost. So, that wasn't great, was it? We're basically back where we started. Just me, Machmush, and a dream. And it only gets worse as we're immediately forced into a rout. This means I'm gonna have to catch everything here, then head to a PC encounter and reunite with an old friend in order to fill out a team of 6. I would love to take on Team Galactic again, especially since there's a quest associated with defeating an evil team boss, and because following that encounter is the habitat of a powerful Pokemon which could be a legendary. But alas, my poor performance against Maylene will cost me. This route, Kanto's Mount Moon, turns out to be quite fruitful. Noivern, Camerupt, and Golurk are great pickups, and each has a good matchup against at least one of the Sinnoh Elite Four members. There are a lot of trainers in this cave, however, so I have to play extremely cautiously and basically burn all of my healing items to have my team ready to go for each fight. Eventually, I make it to the end, but... So I pick up an extra Camerupt, an extra Golurk, and attempt to beat Barry one final time. My 2 Camerupts, Max and Maxie, team up to take down the lead Alchemy, and then Barry escalates the situation. Maxie is a physical attacker and doesn't have a good physical fire move, so I chip with Rock Slide and then sack him to set up Ultrasonic for the kill. Against Abomasnow, I send out my second Golurk as a sack to bring Max in for free and Oko with Lava Plume. Pangoro and Durant end up as Ultrasonic food, and wouldn't you know it, but Barry's final Pokemon is a Camerupt of his own. She quickly falls to Golurk, and Elite Four, here we come. After scouring the rest of Mount Moon for another good Camerupt, I then hit up the PC encounter where I re-add Golisopod to the squad. However, our reunion with Shrimp does come at a cost. See, one part of Emerald Rogue we have yet to encounter on this run is the Charm and Curse system. Charms being items that give you benefits, and curses doing the exact opposite. Here, Shrimp brings with him a curse that makes it so Mr. Random Man will occasionally appear on routes. But I don't make much of it because what's he gonna do? Force me into making a trade with him? I'm pretty sure that's illegal. Anyways, for now, I hit up the Mart Rest Stop where I stock up on items and rather importantly, buy a Drain Punch TR to teach to Breloom. And now, my friends, it's time for the first Elite Four member. And it is none other than the Fire-type Master, Flint. However, if we think back to Diamond and Pearl for a minute, we know that he has a ton of type coverage, so we'll need to be on the lookout. And would you look at that, he leads with an Ambipom. Starting with Max the Camerupt, I have a sneaking suspicion that the Glovetail Monkey wants to fake out, so I go to Golurk, who is immune. After taking a knockoff, Hammerarm leaves Ambipom in red health, and I swap to Breloom on what I think will be another knockoff, but turns out to be a U-turn into Salazzle. Max has this one covered, but Houndoom is another story. As much as I would love to save Max, I unfortunately have to let him fall to send Flannery the Camerupt out to avenge her fallen brother. Ambipom shows his face again, so Golurk is the answer on another fake out. In predicting another U-turn, I swap into Ultrasonic. But an incoming Colossal is a bit of a tough matchup for my Bat Dragon. I bring in Golurk, and Flint decides to set up a Meteor Beam on my switch turn, allowing me to easily outspeed and OHKO with Earthquake. Nice strategy there, Flint. Volcarona, on the other hand, presents a bit of a challenge since I don't have a single Rock-type move on my team, so this is another opportunity that requires a sack, and it is Flannery the Camerupt this time. Make no mistake though, I wouldn't be here without the hard work of all my Camerupts. The fall of Flannery opens the door for a clean switch to Noivern. Air Slash unfortunately does just under half as Volcarona sets up a Quiver Dance. The next turn leaves both Pokemon in the red, and with Quiver Dance allowing Volcarona to outspeed, I need to make yet another sack. I choose Golurk this time since their Klutz ability doesn't allow them to have a held item, and this death means Golisopod comes in for free and finishes off the Fire Moth with the Sucker Punch. Flint sends out his Ambipom to meet the same fate, and his last Pokemon is, you guessed it, a Camerupt. Unfortunately for Flint, Shrimp outspeeds and has a 4 times effective Liquidation to send the Fire Camo packing. Look, that fight wasn't necessarily pretty, but I escaped with my best 3 Pokemon still intact, and that gives us a chance moving forward. Our first reinforcement before the second Elite Four member comes in the form of this monstrosity. But the upcoming Tough Magical route gives us some seemingly better additions in Ribombee and Bronzong, and in a flash we're ready for our next fight against Lucian. He leads with a Bronzong of his own, and I counter with Choice Specs Ultrasonic. Flamethrower does just over half and burns, while Lucian sets up a Trick Room. What does Lucian do next? Oh. Okay, that shit did nothing. Come on, how come everyone gets to use a Dialga besides me? I pivot through Daisy on Draco Meteor into Bronzong on Flash Cannon to set up a Light Screen, which provides just enough of a boost to special defense to allow Daisy and Ultrasonic to team up and take down the God of Time. Lucian's incoming Hatterene is really nothing compared to what we just went up against, as evidenced by the quite pitiful damage she deals to Shrimp, but after Golisopod uses Leech Life and heals back to full, Hatterene's eject button allows Lucian to bring in Registeel. Unfortunately for him, I have Breloom. Alright, Spore. I don't see a reason to Leech Seed with Big Root. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I have no words, man. Makmush does get the job done, and her reward is seeing a Deoxys attack switch in. Bro. I bring out Bronzong on a Psychic boost, but with the move harshly lowering special attack, Lucian actually swaps out into Xatu on the next turn while I set up another Light Screen. Bruxish absolutely memes on the Mystic Pokemon and cleans up the Hatterene, and it's starting to look like we might have this Deathless. Bronzong is here as a pivot. This is turn 5 of Light Screen. No! Oh, we got predicted. We got so outplayed. I think I still have to just go for it. Bronzong is bulky. Okay, never mind. Didn't even go for it. What's it going for? Taunt? Alright, we're gonna have to eat a Psycho Boost, but if we do, we know that Leech Life will kill. Come on. Assault Vest, Golisopod. Light Screen up. Okay. 1 death. It was probably our worst Pokemon that we lost. I feel very, very good about that. And we get 20,000 because of the Amulet Coin, which we just lost, I'm now realizing, because we lost Bruxish, but totally good. Losing Bruxish means we've lost a key water type with Bertha still looming, so it would be ideal to find someone else to replace her. Yes. Yes. No. Come on, I've traded with you already. He's not going to move unless I trade. Oh, I'm sorry, Ultrasonic. Granbull, let's ride, I guess? Azumarill gets the party started against Aaron, and you gotta be kidding me. Azu tanks a Poison Jab and responds with a solid Liquidation, but I don't think Aqua Jet will kill from this range, even with the rain. So I pivot through Bronzong on Cross Poison into Ribombee on Knockoff to outspeed and finish off Drapion. Yanmega comes out next, and this guy is pretty threatening. Why? Because of the speed boost ability, I'm probably not going to get another opportunity to outspeed this thing with the exception of my Ribombee, who was already on the field. So I go Moonblast and let Daisy fall to an Air Slash, which reveals that Yanmega is holding a Life Orb. That Life Orb chip damage gives me just the confidence I need to send Azu out to finish off the bug with an Aqua Jet. And with the incoming Hawlucha being easily countered by Sing Song, it looks like momentum's swinging to my side. Glisopod stomps Orbeetle, an Ice Fang from Granbull destroys Altaria, Breloom counters Crustle with some classic Spore strats, And just like that, Aaron goes down. That leaves Bertha as the final Elite Four member we'll face. Losing Ribombee kinda sucks, especially with her being one of my favorite fairy-type Pokemon, but I get the opportunity to replace her with a Dragonite, so that's pretty good. Bertha is rocking Perma Sandstorm, but her first two Pokemon, Palisand and Mamoswine, proved no match for Braylon and Golisopod respectively. And after setting up a Rain Dance with Dragonite against Golurk, it looks like I'm not going to have a tough moment at all during this fight. But if it doesn't kill, and then wakes up... Oh no. From here, Braylon sweeps through Dondozo, Hippowdon, and Lantern. That's Deathless Bertha, baby! However, that does not mean this team will make it to the champion as currently constructed. As I said earlier, you always have to be looking for ways to upgrade your team. So when I find an Electros in a trained Pokemon habitat, I have to catch her, name her Big Thunder, and sub her in for Granbull. Now, take it away, Past Drew. Alright, it's been a journey to get to this point. Together, you and your Pokemon overcame all the challenges you faced, however difficult. It means you've triumphed over any personal weaknesses too. But that's enough talk. Let's get on with why you're here. I, Cynthia, accept your challenge. Let's go. Champion Cynthia would like to battle. It's Xatu. It is not Spiritomb. She is using a Xatu. Let's Ice Spin her. That sucks. Alright, that's gonna do good damage. That's just gonna kill. It's a crit. Let's go, Punchy. Who's up next? Who's the next victim? That's tough. Do we try to get the player up off? I think we do. That's not doing anything. We're Assault Vest. Ah. Okay. We're hitting through this time. Ooh. Come on, Cynthia. Come on. No cheese strats. I was going to say, it becomes even more important that we hit through now. Okay. Come on, Azu. I know you can do it. Substitute again. I dare you to substitute again. That's going to do nothing. It's not even a stab move. I don't think Golisopod's taking this out from this range. Gonna hit. Alright. We live it. We live it. We live it. We live it. Yes! Let's go, Punchy. Let's go. Love to see it. Who's up? Spirit. Okay, here comes the Spiritomb. I'm thinking we try to put this to sleep. Yes. AI loves priority moves. Loves them. Because it should two-shot, hopefully. Yes. This is going swimmingly. Alright, down goes Spiritomb. That's 3 down. Punchy putting work. Braylon putting in work. Xerneas. Alright. I see you. There's not much of a choice, because we will get wiped out by a single fairy move. Okay, it's special attacking. That still did quite a bit. Please live whatever's coming. Okay, switch out into Crocodile. I now wish that I had reflected. Right, we got that on tap for 8 turns because of Light Clay. I guess I could have set up Reflect there. But no, I couldn't have, because there's no guarantee he was going to go ground move. Alright, live whatever's incoming. I forgot the AI loves using Taunt when it can. We know that Crocodile has Earthquake and Taunt. You have to imagine it has a Dark move. The question is, what's that last move? If it's a super effective move, it will probably use it. If it's like Ice Fang, probably going to use it. If it's not Ice Fang, and it's like a Rock move, which we also resist, probably switches right back out into Xerneas. I'm Drain Punching. But do not be surprised if this switches back into Xerneas. Okay, never mind. Goes Earthquake again. We live this unless we get crit. Drain Punch. That's really good damage. Yeah. I think this is the exact same situation where she could switch into Xerneas. You don't use Earthquake unless that's the best move you have, but we have to Mach Punch and try for the kill. Here comes Xerneas. Yep. I almost had it. I had her predicted. Just wasn't anything I could do about it. The only hope is that she switches out again. Yes. Okay, we set up the Reflect this time. I'm going to try something really crazy here. Dragonite in on Earthquake. Okay, Taunt is going to use Dragon Dance. So, that kind of sucks. Alright, see, my original thing was we were going to set up Dragon Dances and hopefully just chip this. We could try to rely on Multiscale to stay alive for at least a hit, but I can't Dragon Dance, I have to dual Wing Beat. Multiscale comes through. Does very little, but I have no answers for this, so it's really my only play. We can chip it a little more with E-Speed. We're gonna have to replace Dragonite. I don't know how we're gonna do it, but we're gonna have to. In the past, every time I've gone to Bronzong, she has switched into Crocodile. Crocodile is not an option anymore, which means if I go to Bronzong, there's a really good chance that she just switches out, which I do not like, because I don't know who last mine is, or she like tries setting up. Because what's that move that this thing, Geomancy? First turn, charge, second turn, raise the special attack, special defense, and speed by 2 stages each. What are we supposed to do with that? So here's what I'm thinking. We go Electros, and we're gonna Volt Switch into Golisopod because we have the most powerful priority move I have remaining on that thing. I was right, it's using it. That's tough. But they just have a charge turn, so. What? Ooh. This is not good. This is quite poor. This is really bad. This is not gonna kill. It's freaking legendary. Live so we can sucker punch. Live so we can sucker punch. Emergency exit. We have to go Breloom and Mach Punch. We kill, right? That's like 2 HP. Oh my god. Holy crap. Okay, she didn't even have a Garchomp. She had a Lycanroc this whole time. What could Lycanroc have that would not allow me to get a Spore off? I mean, that's gonna hurt, but that's not gonna kill. It's non-stab. Oh. Whoops. Defense drop means that's it. Alright, we have defeated Cynthia. It was incredibly questionable, but we got the job done. I can't believe I won that. One final battle awaits you. Alright, that's right. After defeating the champion in Emerald Rogue, your run is not over. There is one Super Boss trainer waiting for us who will challenge us for the championship. I have to catch Pokemon to replace Dragonite, but the Bascu Legion I catch is not long for the team. This is a mysterious shrine encounter, where we have the opportunity to receive Sacred Ash. This item gives you a second chance if you wipe in battle, but the cost? A team slot. You can only have 5 Pokemon in your party if you take this item. Now, I have all the confidence in the world that I'm about to beat this final trainer, but acquiring Sacred Ash is one of Emerald Rogue's main quests, so I take it, meaning that Bascu Legion returns to the ocean after a rather short stint on the squad. And now, that leaves just one final trainer. But who will it be?
Body.
Of course it's Barry. That's awesome. Alright, let's do it. Alchemy. So we're gonna start here with Bronzong. Calm Mind. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. It's a Blade Screen. My only option here really is Azumarill for damage. Okay, not the best start. So I would have preferred a different lead. Alright, here comes Palkia. I'm just gonna assume like Cynthia's Palkia has nothing for me. Assault Vest coming through, and Light Screen. Okay, and we just got it. So, if I had known it was going Hydro Pump, I would have just gone Golisopod, but first impression. Okay. We lost Azu, but we knocked out the freaking Palkia. Alright, Shaman. We're gonna have to try to get to Electros, but we can totally set up another Light Screen. Air Slash flinches are the only thing that really do us in. Okay, Life Orb again. So many Mons have Life Orb. Hey! Come on. One time. Okay. Alright, so then on this Air Slash, we'll go Electros. Okay, down goes Shaman. We're halfway there. Pangoro. Just like, don't be holding a Chesto Berry or anything like that, because that would really suck. And I would be very upset with that, actually, so please don't hold the Chesto Berry. Nice. You'd have to think it would kill. Nice. 2 remaining. Who's coming out here? Camerupt. Again, just don't be holding a Chesto Berry, because that would really sink, and I would kind of be upset with that. Nice. That's beautiful. Nice. Alright, one last Pokemon, and it is... Okay, we do have answers for this. Okay, we hit it. Minimal Chip, Draco Meteor, and now its special attack drops, and this is our best chance to tank this. Okay, Okay, -2 special attack. Emergency exit, so we get the free switch. We go into Bronzong. So we know it has Draco Meteor, Stealth Rock, Thunder Wave. Probably is going to go for whatever its other move is, but okay, no, it went T-Wave. Let's go Sing Song. Okay, special attack is up. We know we're not getting T-Waved. Breloom's not susceptible to that. Misses Draco Meteor. We fire off the Spore. Misses Thunder Wave. We hit the Spore. Oh, we fire off the Drain Punch because we're slow sleep. It can't wake up. Drain Punch does great damage. Mach Punch from this range probably doesn't kill. So we Drain Punch again. Dialga stays asleep. Dialga stays asleep. We hit the Mach Punch, and that's wraps. Emerald Rogue 2.0 has been defeated. What a journey. The team gets the job done, and we are Pokemon Emerald Rogue 2.0 champions. But my Emerald Rogue journey is far from over. I have a ton of runs planned for the near future, including doubles runs, mono-type runs, deathless runs, Nuzlocke runs, and more. Safe to say there is a ton of content on the way, so subscribe if you want to see more. And if you enjoyed this video, drop a like and leave a comment down below talking about your favorite moment from my runs, who you think the MVP was, or your experiences with Emerald Rogue. I'd absolutely love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.